welcome to this Insights video. I'm Julia Lee, an equity strategist at Bell Direct, and today we're talking about investing in property. I'm joined by Tim Slattery, the CEO of APN Property Group, to talk about their AREIT fund. This fund is available through our M-Fund service on our platform. Thanks so much for joining me today, Tim.
Thanks for having me on.
Can we start off by you telling us a bit about your fund and where you invest?
Sure, so the APN AREIT Fund has been running for about 10 years and it invests entirely in listed Australian commercial property. So that's office buildings, shopping centres, industrial warehouses used for online retailers, as well as some non-traditional asset classes such as childcare, hospital, self-storage, data centre assets. So a broad range, but all in commercial real estate and 100% in Australia.
So you invest in a wide range of assets. For an investor, how would your fund fit in from a portfolio asset allocation point of view?
So our fund's very much focused on generating reliable and consistent income streams with lower than market risk. So typically we find investors use our fund to generate a high level of income, as I mentioned. They also often use it as the fund has, as it's a property fund, it owns real assets, it's got that tangible asset backing behind it. So it should provide investors some diversification and a differentiated performance profile compared to, say, general equity. So there are a couple of reasons we see investors often using the fund.
Could you provide us with a little insight into how you invest? What's the process and what type of manager are you?
Yeah, sure. So we're a specialist manager. All we do is commercial real estate, and that's all we've done since we started out over 20 years ago. We're an active manager, and we describe ourselves as a fundamental investor. So we're really focused on our property investments. We're income focused, so we're very focused on looking at all of the factors that go towards generating that sustainable income yield, and we're also very much focused on risk. So we certainly describe ourselves as a conservative investor, and we're really investing for the long term. So typically we suggest that the fund's appropriate for people looking at a 5 to 7 year sort of investment horizon.
So looking at your portfolio, how are you currently positioned?
So we're pretty much fully invested at the moment as we're seeking to generate, maximise the income returns for the portfolio. We have some positions in convenience retail. We think that there's some attractive buying opportunities there. So that's for long lease term assets, high quality tenant names in highly convenient locations for customers. And we've also got a number of holdings in smaller industrial warehouses that are benefiting from the growth in online shopping. So they're two markets. But we think that the local investors here are very lucky. We've got one of the highest yielding and highest quality AREIT markets anywhere in the world, so it's right on our doorstep. So we feel like we're in a good position.
So I'm curious, looking at your world, where do you see the opportunities and why should investors invest in your fund?
Well, I think for us, we believe that investing in property principally comes back to the sustainable cash flow that you can generate from the investment. So that's how we're focused. You can see that our portfolio is yielding about 6.3%, and the market as a whole is about 5.3%. So we believe that property as a means of generating reliable income is certainly a key attribute, a key benefit. For us, we think there's some great opportunities. If you look across asset classes, the yields or the returns on offer in cash and equities, now obviously there's different risk profiles you've got to take into account, but a high quality commercial property portfolio that's 100% liquid through the ASX listing of the holdings that we have, paying monthly income, we think all those things are a very compelling proposition for investors.
Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Thanks, Julia.
If you would like to find out more about investing in the APN AREIT Fund through M-Funds, visit our website.